Hey guys, what is up? It's Wigwam here with another episode of games that could also be Japanese porn titles. Today's special guest star is The Girl and Her Robot. So The Girl and Her Robot is a game by Flying Carpet Games. It was a Kickstarter project that managed to raise $38,000, somehow. I found this game a few months ago on Twitter and I actually was really excited for it. All the artwork looked super cool. It had like this cool fairy tale relationship between the girl and her robot. And what we got was... well, it wasn't that. The dynamic between the girl and her robot showed an interesting, albeit not original dynamic for a puzzle game. You control two characters, the girl and her robot, for those of you that are brain dead and having problems following what's going on here, and you use those two characters to solve puzzles. The robot handles all the combat, and the girl is there as well. The girl can heal the robot, which I'm sure seemed like a great idea in development, but in the end actually kind of just ruins any danger at all that the combat might have had, which is actually kind of fine because all of the combat is block once, attack 3 times. I'm not kidding, that literally kills everything in the entire game, except for these suicide robots, which are just gonna fuck your day up regardless. And if you do suck and your robot takes a single hit of damage, you can just leave the combat, run away, go heal, and come back. I'm telling you, there is nothing ever stopping you from doing this. I guess there is some added difficulty in the fact that it's nearly impossible to get the girl to actually heal the robot though. You have to be standing in the exact perfect position, at the exact perfect spot to be able to heal the robot. But don't worry. That's not just healing the robot that's broken, it's all interactable objects. Seriously, you walk up to an interactable object, you hit the button to use it, and you just spin around 180 degrees. This is usually where I would talk about the music in a game, but there's not really a lot to talk about in this game. I wasn't sure if this was on purpose because the developer was so lazy, or it was just the game being broken. But most areas have no music at all. I get that the developer was probably going for this desolate, abandoned city, but it's just so boring. Usually all you hear is the sound of the wind. Actually, that's a lie. Normally all you hear is nothing, but when you go into a wide open area, occasionally you get some wind to cut up the monotony. There is some music though, like when you're in combat and it plays the same 5 bars over and over again on loop, or when the game thinks something important is happening, which is pretty much never. This game is like a solitary confinement simulator. No, the music, or lack of music, totally fits with the setting, or lack of setting. So the game takes place in this abandoned flying city, or something? I don't know. I never really got a clear answer as to where the hell I was. For some reason the kingdom is completely abandoned and there's no people anywhere, or any living anything, or trash. In fact, this whole kingdom is really well maintained for being so abandoned. Maybe this is explained at some point, but I'll go ahead and spoil this now. I wasn't able to finish this game. I really tried to. I swear guys, I tried to get through this game. So, while I think these areas are just poorly and boringly designed, I'll give the game the benefit of the doubt and assume maybe it's part of the plot, which doesn't make it not the most boring setting possible, but at least it's true to the artistic vision. So are there any redeeming qualities to this game? Well, let's scrape the bottom of the barrel and see what we can pull up. Honestly, a few of the puzzles were passable, but they're not really challenging. Most of the puzzles are just having the girl and her robot. Oh my god! That's the title of the game, I just got that. That's clever. That's real clever. Anyways, most of the puzzles are just moving both playable characters onto switches at the same time, or sometimes one after the other. Ooh. The combat works even though it's not fun. The graphics look alright though. The game was supposed to have a fairy tale feel to it and it's not totally off. The relationship between the girl and her robot might be a bit more endearing if either of them had any personality or characterization at all. Like any, just one little piece would have been nice. For a 3D platformer, these are 2 of the flattest characters I have ever encountered on this channel. Conclusion time! Thank God. This game was just not fun. It wasn't really that bad. It wasn't unplayable, wasn't broken, didn't have any huge major flaws. It was just so boring. I can't really recommend this game to anyone because after 4 hours, I couldn't force myself to play another minute of it. Not even kidding, that's the only reason I didn't finish the game. It was literally so boring that turning it on and playing it started to feel like trying to drive a nail into my forehead. Do you have your own thoughts on the game? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down below, as well as you have any games that you would like me to review in the future, or of course, if you would like to start some internet beef with me, I'm always game down in the comments. I love your beautiful faces, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Today's weird coffee mug was creepy tomato faces. It's like a family portrait.